Guys, how are you? My name is Lois Githiga. I am a regulated Canadian immigration and refugee consultant, and I'm based in Calgary, Alberta, and I head Milele Immigration Services. As much as I want to tell you about immigrating to Canada, I also want to help you thrive once you land here. And if you've watched my last two videos, I'm talking about skill sets, simple skill sets that you can use to set yourself up for success as soon as you land. And please, people, make sure you understand that these skill sets are for people who have work permit. I should have mentioned that in my previous video. Make sure that you have a work permit. So this is not for visitors or any, these are for people who are here and who are authorized to work in Canada, okay? But skill sets, I said, before you leave your country, figure out what it is you're coming to do here, and especially people who don't have the higher education, who are not employable, people who have never been employed, you've been hustling, you've been in business, and then you realize, how do I come and settle in Canada? And not just settle, you want to come and really find your Canadian dream, okay? Because the people who are coming here, they don't have that kind of an idea. They think that just going to Canada, things will work the same way they used to work in their countries. Let me tell you, if you are hawking in your country, we don't have that kind of stuff. If you operated a small kiosk or shop in your country, you may not be able to set up that kind of a small shop here because we have Walmart and superstores and stuff like that. And setting up that kind of a business may require a very, a significant amount of capital. So you want to come and be able to get your hustle going and do that with minimal investment when it comes to capital, okay? Again, if you have your masters and all that, your degrees, this may not be for you. This is for people who came to Canada to hustle or who are planning to come here to hustle. Because I say, you know what? You have no business being broke in this country. There's a lot of stuff that you can do if you are determined, and especially if you came here to chase your Canadian dream, okay? Now, skill number 3, okay? Skill number 3, and this applies to both men and women, you want to get something to do with vehicles, okay? And I'm not even talking about driving. I'm saying vehicle maintenance, my friend, okay? And get me clearly, because I know here in Canada, some part of vehicle maintenance, you may need a license or a trade, but there's a lot of them that you don't need trades. So in this case, you don't necessarily have to be a mechanic. If you're a mechanic, good for you. But if you're not a mechanic, back in your country, go learn stuff like changing tires, changing oil, doing interior cleaning, for vehicles. Because I'm telling you, those are things that you can come and just start from your garage, from your house. You don't need a shop. You don't need to set up a shop to change tires for people, to change oil for people. You don't need all that. So those are things that you need to learn from your country. And once you land here, these are simple things that you can even advertise yourself. Thank God to social media, people, okay? I don't know what some of us would have done if we didn't have social media. So thank God for social media. Leverage it, okay? Leverage social media and learn how you can market yourself. Get into networks. Let people know what you do. Create a business card or something like that, and let someone know that you can change their oil or you can change their tire. If you realize that maybe changing oil may need a license, people, you don't do things without the right licenses. So don't get me wrong. But if you realize that in your province or in your city you need that kind of a license, places here like SAIT is Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. I know they have an oil changing course, and I think it's a few weeks. You can go take up their course. There are other places you can take up a course and learn how to do it. And it's going to be easy for you because you already learned that in your home country. It's something that you've already changed, prepared your mind for, okay? Because again, I know it's a bit hard when you're a manager of a CEO. You're a CEO of a certain company back home and you're like, no, Lois, I can't come and change oil. I hear you, okay? But these are skill sets that someone can come and use and utilize here, and you may never need to be employed by someone. Again, I said, whatever skill set, whatever you've learned there, if you come here and realize that you need like a short-term certificate, some of these certificates can be acquired in 2 to 3 weeks and you have the right certificate. I'm not saying you go do journeyman for 2 years. fine, you can always advance and do journeyman and get your apprenticeship and get your trade license. But before that, there even here some companies will hire you to change oil for their for their vehicles without any certificate. So I believe that some of these things you can do, and you don't even need to be working for someone. You can come and advertise yourself and do it. Just do it well. Be honest. Show up when you're required to show up. Okay, I know people here, they'll come and say, hey, I do this, I do the other, and then you call them, say come, and then they're never available, and then they'll tell you, okay, I'll come at 4 p.m. They're not yet there. Come on, people. Change your mindset for success. This is a different jungle, okay? There's a different jungle, and the people who survive here and who thrive here, they master the art of a business. If you want to know how to make a start and start your small business, whatever kind of business, small business for new immigrants, please talk to me. I've been through it all. I've set up successful businesses. I know what I'm talking about. I've made my own mistakes. I can guide you a little bit in the right direction so that you do business right. Because I know majority of us, where we come from, we are not used to doing things right and following the right laws because of the way and the challenges we face back in our countries. But this is a country of rule and law, and you better make sure that you're not getting into trouble with the law, with the taxman here, as well as with immigration. Okay, guys, let me know where you are listening or watching from, and yeah, if you need that kind of mentorship, please send me an email, lois@mileleimmigrationservices.ca, and for a small fee, I will guide you and mentor you in how to start your business and start it right. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Like, share this video with someone, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye now.